Oh, it's too late. I want to go to bed. But no, seriously, good-looking gamers versus Perilous Rage. I'm trying to stay awake
Do you want
here
to cast
because
this knife round in Red Eye?
oh my god, really?
Do it.
I mean, if I do it, will Pete still pay me that extra £10? Because here we go, Mark and Rek both getting 2 knife kills. Quiver and Pete's getting on the score sheet as well. And it's currently advantage to Perilous Rage. And let's see whether they can win this knife round, because it will, of course, allow them to start on the more favoured CT side.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's 10 quid's worth. But even so, one-on-one, gone are the days where you used to do the knife round in a different accent each time. I remember those days. And it's gonna be good-looking gamers to start on the CT side, so they got what they wanted. They just need to show that their holds of these sites are good enough.
Good. The exact start that GLG will have been looking for.
Yeah, we're not live just yet though. Ash is lagging. He had some issues earlier as well before the match started. But yeah, prediction for this one. Go for the score.
16-12 Perilous.
Contrary to my initial prediction of 3 maps, I'm gonna go 16-8 Perilous. Taking this
Really?
one 2-0. Yeah.
I mean, if you're saying 8, are you saying that you reckon good-looking gamers will only manage 8 rounds on the CT side and then none on the T side? Or, I mean, how have you come to the number 8?
To that number?
Yeah, with GLG
I have a
starting on
feeling
the
that
CT
Perilous
side.
Rage, they had the stronger pistol round, and good-looking gamers have done it again here. They haven't got a single piece of armour. And if it's a repeat of the Cash T pistol round for Perilous Rage, then they've got 3 rounds on the board already. I think that momentum will carry through, and GLG will be on the back foot for the entire game again.
So here we go, the terrorists, like a tank all together, going up towards this A bomb site. Shig and Stan shutting them down. That USB trigger is being pulled. Shig from behind, looking for his 3rd. He's not going to get it. Chance now in the situation, but they've still got Ash to deal with. And surely they're going to shut him down sometime soon. There it is. 1-0 to GLG, and Hoss, yet again you have been proven wrong by my myself.
By yourself. So,
Yes.
I was wrong that time round.
Rest in pepperonis. Pray for Hoss.
Perilous Rage now on these Tech 9s, we all know how strong those are. Good-looking gamers, this is the kind of buy I expect to see on a second round. Good old Swag 7 in there, as Black DDK would call it, a jumble sale buy. Bison, the MP7, the 2 FAMASs. The MP9, sorry, not the MP7. Just a little bit of a mix in there. Not really a big risk, and of course they get a good amount of grenades as well to stop this B push.
So the defensive smoke's being utilised here by GLG. They know that they've got to be careful because of how powerful the Rec 9 is, and with Perilous Rage, Haas, 4 of them opting to go for armor helmet, you can't rule them out of a situation like this.
Yeah, exactly right. Tech 9's up close and personal. They're so strong, and looks like they're going to be leaving it till pretty late on here. So the good-looking gamers have little time to react with these smokes, these flashbangs. And I'll still have another smoke here, and 35 seconds. This now either forces the T's to push through this smoke, or wait it out and leave them so little time to get the bomb down. It's 2 frags already. Going to be 3 here. Looking for the 4th for the team. Shig, that's a 3k on him. Ash, though, finds himself on mag 7 out of the 5 weapons on the team. That would have been his least favourite. He's just going to switch with the Tech 9, gets the FAMAS now, gets taken down by the Bison, but even so, 2 rebuys. It's a good start here for Perilous. Forcing, has to be maybe even a scout here for the CTs, because their money isn't too great. Or just FAMASs.
So the Tech 9 is doing a lot of damage, like you said, and it has put GLG somewhat on the back foot, financially to say the least. The double nade going down banana. Fortunately though for Perilous Rage, none of them were in too much of a rush to rush up banana. Arf is gonna get that frag from Boiler Room. Joseph to push up perhaps and try and avenge his teammate's death. But they've only got 2 Glocks and 2 P250s to work with, and up against armoured CTs with 2 FAMASs and 2 submachine guns, I think it just might be one hurdle too many for Perilous Rage.
Although, Stan pushing up here. Brain and Prain gets the pick onto Peaks. Azarf is going to have some traffic come his way. Sprays for 1, sprays for 2. Easy pick-ins for the good-looking gamers side as Wreck now. Easy headshot for him. 3 rounds to the good for GLG. As Perilous Rage immediately start buying up these AKs. No luxury of an AWP just yet though.
3-0 the score. And finally, Perilous Rage, they've got their big bad weapons out. 5 AK-47s. And of course, AK-47 is cheaper than its M4 counterpart. And is a lot more powerful as well. So let's see whether Perilous Rage can finally get their first round on the board and utilise that to their advantage. They pushed 2 all the way up mid. It looks like they're probably going to dedicate over to A, or they might make a bit of noise and fall back to T-steps, pick up the bomb and change their mind towards a B bomb site. What I dislike here from the CTs, Hoss, is that the CTs, instead of really constricting the amount of movement that the T's could potentially have towards that B bomb site on Banana, instead of smoking the bottom of Banana from CT spawn, pushing down and taking control of it. Instead, they're giving Perilous Rage time to maneuver, and I don't like to see that from CTs on Inferno, because as well, we can see what Chance is doing here. He's going to smoke CT spawn. It can also throw flashes over that building, and it does look like they are going to go towards a B bomb site, leaving Joseph to try and fake A all by himself.
Yeah, this is actually the setup we saw from Flipside yesterday, just playing it very standard on the CT side, playing it very deep in their own territory, and it just allows the T side to walk in, get these picks. Like we're seeing Joe doing here, and he's forced the man rotation over, as Rek now is going to be able to get the frag. The action on the B bomb site, Shig is all by himself here, Pop flashes himself out, looking for 1 frag, can't find any just yet, forced to go into the fire, gets taken down by Peaks, the bomb will go down. There is 1 man coming through Ruins, 2 from CT. Ash getting tags on these CTs already. Now the smokes disappear. He's coming in, Mark and Stan from Ruins. They know there's a player in dark at least. It's unusual to have 2 players there. They know there's a crossfire set up. They flash them out. 1, 2 frags for Stan and Mark combined, but Ash is there to clean it up, as is Peaks on Banana. Perilous Rage pull 1 round back, and quickly while we're in freeze time, Malik have gone 1 map up against Girls' Generation in the other semi-final.
Were you expecting that?
No, we'll talk about that one later. I was wrong again. Damn it.
Hey, well. So you think GG will win, basically?
I thought GG would 2-0 that, yeah. I thought they'd 2-0
Oh, you thought they'd 2-0 it, okay. Yeah, I didn't really make a prediction on that one. I'm probably going to end up saying 2-1 to GG. Yeah. But who knows, let's wait and see. Ash, well, introducing himself towards the A bomb site, but Quiver needs to be careful. There is 1 more CT hiding, and that's what happens when you do put 2 CTs on a position where you only really expect 1. You can sometimes get a cheap frag, and talking about cheap frags, Stan is going to pick up that AK-47 as well. So he could potentially drop Joseph here as well.
As Joe can't stand, Arf gonna fall as well now. Just Mark left for this eco round of the good-looking gamers. 5-7 in hand. As the T side have their running shoes on. Mark's found himself an AK. He could potentially challenge this, but he may decide to save just to help their economy out so that he can drop an AWP for his team next round. You all know how strong AWPs are and how key they are on Inferno. People like JW, or people like Simple, or World Edit just being so loose on this map, jumping around, going for the fluid plays in apartments, the AWP, but they don't have one here. They may get one next round. Mark will fall, meaning Perilous Rage now slowly pulling this one back. There is the cash there if Arf wants it. He says no to his team, doesn't want to drop it. It's going to be a full M4 buy for the good-looking gamers. Still up against a full AK buy of Perilous.
Yeah, the full AK buy of Perilous, which has been, I think it's safe to say, Hoss said it's been somewhat successful for them so far. Let's see whether they can keep it up. Are they gonna push down Banana? Okay, we're seeing something very, very similar to what Get Right and Freiburg try to adapt a lot of the time. They're doubling things up close and personal. Just at the top of Banana, though, the problem is, if Perilous Rage realise they're there and utilise Molotovs and nades well towards them, they could actually tag them down to very low HP. But here we go. Answer's been spotted. He's going to try and pre-fire quad, realises no one's there. And at the moment, the Perilous Rage style of play has been very, very split and pick orientated, but off coming out big there. Surprised that Peaks didn't actually return the frag, and that Terrorist showing a little bit too much flesh. And the good-looking gamers, despite losing 2 rounds in a row, they finally bought up again, Hoss, and they could be on the verge of winning their 4th round.
Could be indeed. 2 members of good-looking gamers stand in front of Perilous Rage here. Dan has the correct angle, going to go across, gets 1, sprays for the 2nd, switches USP, gets the 3rd. I think it was Schick stealing that last one away. There it is. Good-looking gamers get their 4th round on the board. Economy-wise for Rage is looking pretty dire, so it's going to be a Tech 9 buy for those guys, which we all know can be very dangerous. Peaks opting for the Deagle. Been a while since I've seen a good old Deag, first name Juan. Love to see some of those up in here.
Juan Deag. One thing I'd really like to see from Perilous Rage is just push 5 people, or maybe smoke quad and push 5 people through Archer CT spawn and see what you can do. Or maybe just push 5 straight through apps. Because we keep going on and on about how good these tech lines can potentially be, but no, that's not how you're meant to play it, you see. They've got to be faster, they've got to up the tempo, they've got to try and utilise those pistols and the Tech 9s at what they're best at. And a lot of people, Hoss, are complaining at how good the pistols in CSGO are when you're running and moving at the same time, how accurate they are, as opposed to how they used to be back in Source 1.6. So that's something that Perilous Rage need to try and abuse, and they definitely didn't try to abuse it there. However, on the T side of Inferno, you're only really expected to win 4 to 5 rounds. So Perilous Rage, they're not doing too badly just yet, but they have had to eco twice.
Yeah, double ecos are something you don't really see on the T side. I guess they're just trying to secure the AWP here. Which Peaks could drop next round, as it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade across the map. Goes to fall in for Perilous, Mark fall in for GLG. Perilous still looking just to try and get picks here and unlock the A defense. Not making much noise at all.
Quite surprised that GLG have, again, given Perilous Rage this breathing space on the A bomb site. Peaks is actually going to be left because he's a player with just a deagle and no armor in and around Boiler Room by himself. The problem is that he only has 1 flash, and I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to sell this fake, but what Rage need to gamble on here is that they can smoke CT spawn and then stampede towards Stan and leave things in a 3 versus 1 battle. But they know that Shigs is hiding there. That Molotov will come out. It will prevent the push coming towards him. Great crossfire coming out from GLG. But where is Shigs? Shigs should have been helping his teammate. He will make it too. And he can't redeem himself against Ash. The bomb will go down.
This is what you're saying, abusing those pistols. Tech 9 coming in big there for Ash, as he's found himself an AK. Peaks. Must hear this one coming. The flashbangs have gone out. They know where the good-looking gamer's player of Rec is. He does have a kit in his hands. He's checking all angles. Little does he know. Perilous Rage are in Banana. They have this perfect setup here. Peaks does get taken down. The bomb, though, gonna go off here. Surely. Oh, wow, Ash left it. How can you lose? No. Come on. I'm sorry.
UK Counter-Strike,
I'm team confused right here. Like, go on, take this.
Hey,
bro.
Look, we're all human, right? Perilous Rage, they've got an AWP, They've got 4 AK-47s. They've got a heck of a load of firepower to try and utilize this round. And Ash, most importantly, will be looking to redeem himself. So let's see whether he can. He is going to be the second man to go down as good-looking gamers steam on ahead. And they're edging closer and closer to round number 7.
There's Marth trying to find something there. Does drop peaks. Got 1 frag. And it's now just Joe, last man standing here. Perilous Rage, they had the weapons, they had the grenades, but they couldn't use them. They weren't able to use that AWP to try and hold the stronger angles, get those picks. Mark's going to clear things up. Clean sweep there for GLG. That round was a lot easier than the one prior, which they should have lost had it not been for Ash's mistake at the end. And right now I'm going to throw my prediction out the window. GLG looking very strong on this CT side.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, they started on the CT side. The thing is, if GLG had started on the T side, I probably would have agreed with GLG finishing things off with only 8 rounds. But one of the reasons why I said 12 rather than 8, you know, that extra 4-round barrier, is because I knew that they were starting on the CT side. And the thing is, we could both end up being wrong in the sense that GLG might end up winning this map, you know? Cash may have been Perilous Rage's pick, we don't know who picked what. And this may be GLG's pick, because they've looked superb so far in Inferno.
Yeah, really, really have. But Perilous's CT side on Cash was pretty strong as well, as GLG made quite a few mistakes on their T side, so those issues may transpire on Inferno too. Mark holding this arch angle. As Perilous Rage just running down the clock here.
Perilous, they don't know. They've looked confused. Here we go. They're going to try and execute. They're going for it. Rek is playing in the forest spot. Spots 1 coming from Apps. Great crossfire between him and Arf. And again, Perilous Rage, it's been the same old story, Hoss. They throw all their eggs in one basket and try to push round one area. I mean, I don't know whether Inferno is their pick. I don't think it is, judging by how they're playing. Because if they had done their homework, they could have actually smoked just in front of the truck, which would have covered Pit as well. From second mid. If they'd just covered that, they'd have been able to nullify the crossfire, and it would have basically been a 4 versus 1 push, rather than a 4 versus 2 push, having to deal with that CT who was hiding. So, come on Perilous Rage, step it up, because they certainly don't look like the team who finished 3rd at LAN this weekend.
No, as 2 members fall again here. Here's Peaks and Chance going down. Quick look at the scoreboard indicates that Quiver and Chance just aren't getting their head in the game. Ash is trying his best. He's on 10 frags. And it's all down to him yet again here to try and make something happen. HE gonna leave Arth's hand. Looking very, very dire for the T side. Ash trying his best, just get something done here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him try and go for the save in the end here, but he's given the CTs enough time and enough knowledge to know exactly where he is. There we go, he does fall. And good looking gamers. They've ironed out their issues very quickly. It may have just been that Cash isn't a map for them. 7-round deficit now in their favour. And they're all on 5 figures economic wise, so every round for them is going to be a buy round going into the last rounds here.
So shout out to Starks in the chat. He seems to be suggesting to us that Inferno is good looking gamers pick. And Haas, I think it's probably safe to say that it definitely looks like it. At the moment, Perilous Rage, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do. I think they're chilling in spawn, trying to discuss with each other. They know they're on an eco round. They know that they've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to play with. They're just walking around. What they'll be doing now is just talking to each other on TeamSpeak or Mumble or whatever. I was on the verge of saying Vent, but obviously that's obsolete nowadays. And trying to decide how they think they can unlock the CT defense, because so far they've looked absolutely clueless, which is the exact opposite of how they looked on Cash. I'm almost tempted to go online on Steam and send Chance a message and tell him where we can obviously see weaknesses in this GLG side. Because obviously we have the advantage of being able to see things from the bird's eye view. But anyways, here we go. Looks like they're going to rush straight into the B bomb site.
Rush is an interesting word here. Gonna slow creep towards it, and Stan, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a few frags. Yeah, flashes and smokes go out. Stan gets 1, 2, 3 for him. Switches to his pistol. Gets taken down though. And they've actually managed to get onto this B bomb site, and they're going to get the bomb down. Rotation has come in very quick. 2 guns have been picked up for Perilous Rage.
Exactly, they need to save these guns. They need to not peek. Chance, what are you doing, mate? Chance, well, he took a chance by taking that peek. Chance really did not have to move. I'm very, very surprised he did that. I can only assume that he thought the CTs hadn't pushed up that close yet. But even then it would have been a gamble because the bomb had been planted for quite some time. And even if the CTs hadn't pushed straight all the way up towards Barbecue, they would have still been pushing or rotating through Arch to B. So I don't know, I guess only he can explain why on earth he showed so much of himself there.
And it's not like GLG are doing anything special either. They're playing 2 pretty deep on B. They go for a little bit of
It's been the same setup
early.
every round.
Yeah,
but Perilous have failed to capitalise and anti-spray it.
2B, wrecking apartments, then falling back down to pit. 1 on quad side and then 1 on arch side. And Shig going aggressive early here. He's down to 65 HP. As soon as he spots this, he's going to smoke out and play extremely defensive from the site. It's same old from GLG, although Stan trying to mix things up a little bit here. Looking to pop flash his way out. There it is. They turn away, but elsewhere towards A. In fact, there was a team kill from Chance. That's not going to help things out for Perilous. Just Quiver and Joe left now, and it's just falling apart. And after a half like this, you've got to think, A, are they even able to pull it back on their CT side, Perilous? And B, going into the third map, are their emotions going to be struck? Are they going to be able to concentrate?
2 versus 2, and Perilous Rage have a chance to now redeem themselves. Bomb on the back of Quiver, who obviously had a superb game on Cash, but he's got to try and step things up. The bomb is going to go down on the A bomb site. Is it going to go down? Yep, it is going to go down. How are these teams going to play? The smoke's going to go out to cut off any potential rotators from Arch, and there, that Molotov was a bit of a fail, but I can see what he's trying to do. And Joseph here, big gamble from him. Mark through the smoke. Quiver needs to go aggressive here to prevent the CT push coming in, but it's going to be another good-looking round for the good-looking gamers. An easy defuse for Mark, and well, we saw a very one-sided Cash, Hoss in favour of Perilous Rage, and at the moment we're seeing a very, very one-sided Inferno in favour of GLG. So I think with D-Dust 2, you know, being one of those maps that everyone knows better than they probably know their own house,
Yeah.
I think that third map decider is going to be a very, very close game, unlike what we've seen so far.
And something interesting from chat as well. Tanky, who played for Rage at LAN, I'm pretty sure he replaced Joe, but Quiver gets an entry frag, has to fall back onto HP. Tanky was saying, I don't know why they're playing Inferno. We vetoed it every game at LAN. Which, you have to wonder why they've done it. It just boggles the mind. If they vetoed it all weekend, why didn't they do it tonight?
I guess only they can answer that question, and well, that headshot coming in from Stan pretty much sums up what we've seen so far from GLG. Confident Counter-Strike, they've been utilising those Molotovs well, and it's not very often at this level of Counter-Strike, Hoss, that we see defensive smokes and Molotovs utilised well to cut off pushes, to buy yourself time on the CT side. And the funny thing is that Stan still has a molly left and Rex still has a smoke, so they've been using these smokes very well to buy themselves time. And let's see whether they can retake this.
Well, 2 versus 3. This could be a good way to end the half of Perilous Rage by getting a round win in here. Bomb's ticking down. Stan gets an easy pick on Chance. He just hasn't been in this game at all now. Joseph, there's a member to his left. Shig will fall, and it's all down to Stan. He's got 2 kills already here. Molotov isn't going to help his situation. This bomb has gone off. He's just going for exits now. Gets one. There's a guy in pit as well who will fall. And that's fine for good-looking gamers, because Quiver's only on 3.9k, so he can get an AK and, what, a flashbang. Economy is going to be trash for this last round.
Last round of the first half. 11-3 the score. Quiver going for his world famous, or at least UK famous AWP. Let's see where he's going to take it. To no surprise, he's walking up Banana. He's all by himself though, so if a CT were to flash over and go a little bit aggressive, he may have found himself caught out with his pants down. But he's just going to peek this corner here, Hoss. He's slowly creeping up, and if he manages to get the entry frag onto Shig, it could have worked really well, but now the crossfire comes in, and Quiver has lost that AWP. A big, big gamble, but you know what they say, big risk, big reward, and unfortunately, there was no reward that time round.
Oh, there wasn't. It feels like there hasn't been a reward at all whenever they've picked up this AWP, apart from one entry frag at the top of mid. Now just Chance and Ash left. The bottom and the top fraggers for Perilous Rage. As soon as I said Ash was doing well on those 10 frags, he hasn't got a single frag since. Commentator's curse coming in there. Gonna tag up Ash. So close to getting him. They know exactly where these two members are going. They can easily challenge this one. Incendiary grenade goes out. God's almost going down as well. They can't step forward. There it is. 12-3 at the end of the first half, and if GLG win the pistol round, they win game.
Well, you'd expect them to say the least. But again, I fancy him because even if they end up losing the pistol round, out will come the Tech-9s, and you won't be able to rule them out from that point onwards. So, yeah. 12-3 the score. Good-looking gamers with a good-looking half. And let's see whether they can start this half as well as they ended the last. It looks like they're going to just split things up. Great nades coming out from the CTs. In fact, Perilous Rage put 3 players on the B-bomb site to triple nade down Banana. And now, to no surprise, they're going to rotate a man back. And Hoss, they're going to be doubling up on Arch, interestingly enough, with no one on quad, but just one person in app. So it's always intriguing to see how different teams opt to set up, particularly on these pistol rounds.
Yeah, definitely so. You used to see a lot of 4 on B or 4 on A on the pistol round CT side on Inferno, and then you'd play the rotation game. Fnatic were one of the teams that were prevalent for that. As this one is, as you said, a bit of a 1-2-1-2, playing pretty deep in apps as well, and Library on the A side. As Mark gets the first frag onto Chance, peeks and Quiver though, returning onto 2. Rick gets a very nice pick onto Joe, so frags all over the place, but we are 3 on 3. And there's a man over on B, that's Peaks. If he tries rotating round here, he could have been caught out, but Stan deciding to leave that one. Ash playing very passive, very nice pick from him. He's now going to go out, gets the pick on the bomb planter, and it's just Stan left on 16 HP. That was very nice patience from Ash. He's going to flash Stan as well, trying to find it. Just needs to play patient now. 9 seconds left. No way can Stan do anything here. And there it is. That's the start the Perilous Rage needed, but they need to be more or less flawless.
But again, Tech-9's coming out. Like I said, you just can't count GLG out, and only 4 rounds until they win the game. Very, very solid CT half from them. Let's see whether they can surprise Perilous Rage, but this is exactly what the Doctor will have ordered for Perilous Rage. 4 FAMASs and a PP Bison coming out. So let's see what they can pull out the bag. They're playing with 2 people slap bang on top of the B-bomb site. Quiver on the quick rotation, playing very, very deep in Arch. Meanwhile, only Ash and Joseph playing the A-bomb site. So again, very, very B-heavy from the 2 sides. But I understand why they're predicting a potential B push, considering the fact that they know how easy it is to utilize the Tech-9s in this sort of scenario on Inferno.
As Mark opening things up. Gets taken down though by the FAMAS of Quiver, even though a 1-for-1 trade in an eco round is always good for those eco, and Ash puts an end to Shig's life. You expect that Arf wouldn't be too far behind on 9 HP. It's Reg to go down first. Pop Flash may come out here, there it is. And another one. Stan has the dig in hand. We're not going to get a 1D from him. Quiver clears up. 3 frags on the board for him. And not much damage done there to Perilous Rage, so they're looking good at the start of this second half.
Yeah, they are. Good looking gamers. Edging closer and closer to being able to buy. But of course, they didn't manage to get the bomb down, either in the first or second half, so... Not first or second half. I see I'm calling rounds halves again. It's been a long day. But, yeah, so 4 Tech-9s and 1 Desert Eagle. They're going for this, you know, and they've spotted that very aggressive CT. They haven't managed to deal too much damage to him. Perilous Rage now wouldn't surprise me if they tried to go a little bit aggressive here on the A-bomb side, just to try and clear things out and try and suss out where these GLG players are. But good on Shig and the player behind him on ensuring that the flank doesn't happen.
Again, Perilous Rage, they're going for this very passive setup, pretty standard, just playing from the sights. They have some smokes and flashbangs to work with. But it goes towards CT, they get the tag onto Ash there in fact. Peaks now throws the flashbang out, gets 1 frag, looking for more now. He's on 2. Gets a 3rd, has to switch to his pistol. Very nice up close and personal from him. And was that a 5-man? It was a 5-man from Peaks. Very nice play from that man.
12-6 the score. And it's always worrying when you see CTs sticking to those FAMASs, quite literally sticking to their guns. And the AKs come out. But, see, the thing is, Peaks could potentially buy an M4, but really, if he manages to drop a terrorist and pick up his AK-47, then that M4 will be deemed as a waste of money. But the entry frag, Ash going a little bit too aggressive in upper apps. Great headshot coming in from Stan. There's good looking gamers there. They're really taking their time. I think they're going to boost, one person, namely Rek, will boost himself into the apps area. He'll probably go down and take boiler control. There's the Molotov going into bedroom to clear out any potential CTs hiding in there. And then what we most likely will see is a smoke on Arch. And all the T's try and wrap around this A-bomb site. So let's wait and see how it unfolds.
In a very quiet round so far, just the odd flashbang and Molotov going out. Looks like this wraparound is gonna come in. The GLG has snuck their way all the way through, and this is one of the problems when you're losing that rotation player. To get onto this site really easily, the flashbangs are going to try and come out from Perilous Rage, but once GLG get on this site, they're going to be getting frags, but it's going to be chance who will fall first. Peaks falls as well. That is the defense down, and you're going to expect the remaining 2 players in Quiver and Joe just to save these guns. Really nicely executed from GLG.
Yeah, well played GLG, and it looks like Perilous Rage, despite 3 successful rounds to start things off, to kick things off. GLG hungrier than ever to restore their place on top of this game. So, bomb will go off. Fair play to Quiver and Joseph for managing to get out alive. They've saved a lot of dollar. But the question is that dollar going to be enough? Quiver could potentially drop an M4 for one of his teammates here. So we have, yeah, there we go, the 4 spy coming in from Perilous Rage.
There.
Yeah, no surprise, yeah. Right decision from Perilous Rage. But if they fail to win this one, Hoss, then GLG will only be 2 rounds away from winning the game, 1 round away from match point, and Perilous will be on an eco. And even at this point, I really don't fancy them, unless they win this one. If they win this one, they'll be on 7. Good GLG, I believe. God, will they? Yeah, they might be forced down onto an eco if they decide.
I don't get what that position from Chance was there. He was just in no man's land, more or less, trying to catch GLG off guard, but failed completely. Had nothing going for him, just the element of surprise. Perilous Rage now 2 men down, and the eco is looking very likely for them in the coming round.
So bomb getting picked up, and good-looking gamers going towards a bomb site where they've had a heck of a load of success so far. That flash is going to come out from Ash. Great timing. He spotted the terrorist here, but Mark will get the frag. Peeks. He's the last line of defense here for Perilous Rage. Rage mode turned on, but runs out of ammo. Joseph all by himself. And not even Baby Jesus himself will save him in this scenario. Are flanking from behind. Shig and Wreck, the two men to hold the bomb site. And I think that's going to be it. Oh, so the fat lady is probably sung at this point.
Yep. Really probably has. It's just Joseph left now. He can't do anything. Perilous Rage. The bomb's going to tick away. He's going to get one pick onto Wreck. Gets the second onto Shig, so he's done damage. But as I said before, the economy of GLG is looking very strong, and he's even going to get the third. So 4k in total for Joseph, but didn't get the round. Do they force this now, or do they eco in it? It looks like they're going to force.
Of course, they want to prevent the match point. But even with it being a force... Oh, wait, no, they did spend the remainder of their money. For a second there, I thought Peaks was going to keep himself 3.5k, and I thought to myself, well, you know, that's not how you do a force buy. So, 2 M4s, a FAMAS. Peaks the man with the FAMAS. Whilst Quiver plays with just a Scout and Chance with just a Desert Eagle. We've seen him buy it a few times. Hasn't had too much success with it, though. And bear in mind, guys, if good-looking gamers win this one, we're going to be heading to DDoS 2, which will be the deciding map of this BO3.
That deciding map will be Mirage, which again, it's a team-orientated map. Where GLG have just looked stronger side here, which is strange, considering they are coming into this as less drilled, would assume. Playing this T round very passive. They know that Rage, the economy isn't great for them. Their buy is going to be weak, but even the weak buyers do surprise some. Making a lot of noise, making their presence known in apartments. Joe is ready and waiting here to receive this push. Gets one, sprays for a second. He knows that second there. Very big from him. There's one more player on that A site. It is Wreck. Ash finishes him off. And Perilous, they are not down and out just yet. They win this with their force buy. All they needed were the 2 M4s, though, to get those 4 frags. Now going to trade those out. As Mark now going to save in spawn, and now the money situation for GLG really isn't looking too great. They could force this or they could eco. They're probably going to eco.
They know that they've got a lot of breathing space. Mark opting to be the odd one out, and hey, these buys where only one player goes all in and the rest are on an eco aren't abnormal, because if they can use Mark as a fragging point, if Mark can drop one of these CTs, pass that AK back and pick up an M4 himself, they can just continue recycling these weapons, and that AK will give them a bit of firepower to try and get the entry frag off. It's going to push in towards Quiver. He goes down, but there is the AK. It has been lost, however. Shig now, or Wreck, or Stan, or someone has to pick it up. It is going to be Shig. Stan, unfortunately, that smoke stopping him in his tracks. There's good-looking gamers. We've got Wreck watching the flank, and got to try and decide what they want to do here, but they still have a minute to work with.
Just playing very passive with this minute that they have left. Flashbang. Very nice one going towards Pit, but Ash is ready and waiting. They know exactly where he is. Joe getting the first frag as the approach comes in, and very nice hold from Perilous Rage. Not too much damage done to them from the eco. And Joe could drop an AWP if he wants. Got 7k. No, they're just going to stick with this M4s. It's been working for them. There's no need to switch things up. GLG, they want to play this safe. They're going to go for the double eco here just to make sure they have everything they need to try and win this map.
Yes, they do, and see where they're going to head towards with these pistols. They're slowly walking up Banana. but they are going to have peaks to try and counteract. Who's currently holding the angle with the M4. Good crossfire between the two. But here we go. Molotov goes down and Teams are going to rush straight forward through it. Chance drops one. Can't get a second. It's all down to Peaks now, spraying and praying through that smoke. He hears one running towards him. Headshot comes in. But most importantly, in this sort of scenario, Hoss, the bomb has gone down.
Yeah, but this didn't stop Perilous Rage winning the round on cash. The bomb went down for a good 7 rounds in a row. And GLG were on the T side. The defense was what let them down. Joseph 1-on-1, AK versus M4. 1 HP versus 100. One hit to the head wins it. And it's going to be a body shot coming out. The defuse kit is on the body of Joseph. Going to get it just in time. But even so, that was an eco round from GLG. It was pretty weak from them. Look at their cash now. They can go for their shopping spree. They can get an AWP if they want as well. And there it is on rec. Probably going to go try get an entry either towards the top of mid or towards B with it.
We saw a very, very similar play at the weekend come out from Jacob. And it just goes to prove that, I mean, granted that Perilous Rage player actually picked up the Molotov off the floor, but it just goes to prove that if you do buy those mollies, if you do have enough money to buy those mollies, invest in them at the start of the round, and you don't waste them at the start of the round or during the round, they can come in handy when it comes down to retakes, you know, just to clear out difficult corners like that and help you clear out more than one area at once. And in that case, the Perilous player was very, very fortunate. He threw that Molotov in, and it of course saved him time and allowed him to get the defuse, because the terrorist didn't want to be burnt alive, so he had to take the gamble. But unfortunately, his HP was just far too low. So, good-looking gamers, more like slow-looking gamers at the moment. If they were to execute onto this B bomb site right now, they'd only have one person to deal with on top of this bomb site. And it looks like Hoss is just going to slowly walk in. But no, they have given away their position now. But they've got to execute fast before Ash comes.
Yeah, that was a nice HE. Shig down to 3 HP. Ash just going to not care for the smoke at all. He's going to get one. Quiver now coming on the scoreboard. Gets another. Spots the head of Mark. And GLG starting to choke now. They've led up so many rounds in a row, looking to most likely eco this one. 2 members on sub 3k, it's going to be an eco for them. Perilous Rage closing the gap really, really quickly here. Now they have the AWP on chance. He had a splendid moment on that first map of Cash, and he's going to miss the first shot. Down to 7 HP, the running and gunning of the Tech-9. So strong as well. Bad start for him, but it's going to be a quick play from GLG. They've made their way round to quad side. The nade from Joseph. Going to put Mark down to 41 HP. Right, going to smoke off Pit. And they hear him now. That Molotov going to be a little bit late. Rek does get through, but he's now pinned. He has to commit or fall back through the fire. There's a little bit of a gap there. He's able to get through. As Rek falls, Mark moving forward, gets one, Stan drops, Shig trying to make his way out here from apartments. He knows where Joseph is, gonna come round spraying, not able to get the frag, second time, lucky for Aft maybe, doesn't know which weapon to use, finally gets the pick, the bomb is planted, 2 on 2, 9 and 10 HP, as that is Mark falling off on a mere 10, he will fall. Again, so close, but so far for GLG on another eco round there. Getting the bomb down, they have a lot of money to work with. Man, Perilous Rage, they're cutting this one close now.
Close indeed. Shig now can go for the AWP, and I believe this is the first time, if my memory serves me correct, that we see GLG up to go for the big green gun on this T side. Not a lot of people like to use it, but if you can use it to get an entry frag towards quad when you're at T steps, or use it to get an entry frag towards CT spawn or towards coils on the B bomb site, it really can be a game changer. And talking about it, at the moment Shig is all eyes on mid, but we can just take a look, Hoss, at how passive Perilous Rage are playing here. Very, very deep Counter-Strike. They're buying themselves a lot of time by using these mollies and smokes. So Shig's going to have to really pull out Kenny S here. He's got to be the man to instigate the entry frag himself. He's got to go very, very aggressive. He's got to take gambles and peek corners himself, because Perilous Rage at the moment, they're not really budging on that B bomb site, on the A bomb site, sorry.
Really not. As two members of Perilous try to cause distraction towards B. Gonna smoke off Arch here, meaning Quiver either has to force his way through, and that is a great incendiary from him. Denies the push with one swift move. This B bomb site starting to open up, 2 frags. And this indicates the move that GLG are gonna go for. The bomb joining them down Banana. Shig, you sly person. Picking off chance. 2 versus 5. This is the GLG we've seen throughout this game. Bomb going down. Gonna be tough, and it looks like they just want to save these guns and now play for the overtime. You know what they can do when they put GLG on a few rounds lost in a row. Trying to hope that one happens the next round. They have a good amount of money to buy as well. Perilous Rage. They're saving these. They're not a big deal. They could have gone for it if they wanted, but they want to go for the luxury of grenades and armor and maybe even an AWP in there.
Yep, match point for good-looking gamers. They've huff-puffed so far this half, and well, when you consider that they were 12-3 up at the end of the first half, not done too badly of Perilous Rage to bring things back to 15-11. But now lose 1 round, and they're going to be taking us to DDoS 2 for a 3rd map. So can good-looking gamers, but can they take us to DDoS 2? Or are Perilous Rage gonna level things up and even Steven at 15 all? And well, that's a great entry frag for Chance, but Mark, most importantly, getting the return frag. And I think they'll know now that there'll only be 1 player on the B bomb site. They've left it slow, which means they'll probably be expecting a CT to rotate round to help out this lone B player, which will of course mean that there'll be 1 less player available on A. But let's see where GLG opt to go. They're going to smoke CT spawn, so they could dedicate here, because B is where they've had the mass majority of their success.
Yeah, it has been. It looks like this is what they're going to go for. The molly is going to go across from Stan, hitting the skybox, forcing Peaks out of his position. Quiver, though, he's playing up close and personal here. Does stop the push from Mark. HE going to come in. Quiver's already evacuated that pit barbecue area. Now GLG rethinking their strat. Perilous Rage, they're not taking any bait. They're still playing 2 members on this A site. GLG wrap around like we've seen in a previous round. It could be devastating, but it looks like the bomb kind of wants to commit to this A site. Ash is perfectly set up for this one. See the body of Joseph there. He can't. He smokes it off. What a pick from Stan. Joseph. Still in pit. Gets 1 frag onto Shig. 3 versus 2. Definitely a doable retake for the CT side.
Yep,
they're gonna commit.
They are right to get the headshot, and that gonna be it. Is that the fat lady song? GLG getting a frag. Peaks versus Stan now. Stan to try and save the day. That bomb is ticking. Peaks knows he has no choice but to instigate the defuse, and there it is. GG. We've seen Perilous Rage win on their map, which was Cash. We've just witnessed GLG win their map, which is Inferno, to even things out at 1-1 in this BO3.